Hello everybody and welcome back to RogueTech, where we are currently working our way through this Flashpoint campaign, and it's going to be a little while. We're going to want to get our repairs done here, so let's go ahead and do that. We'll also get our mech warriors back nice and quickly. Fantastic. All work orders complete. Let's double check that all of our mechs are good to go. They should in theory be... the salamander needs something. Yes, I remember vaguely a crit in here on the MRM-30. Yep, that's correct. 3,000 C-bills and 2 more days to do that. That's acceptable. I think that's completely fine. No worries whatsoever there. We'll get that done, and we'll hop into the barracks and get ourselves some mech warrior training. Let's see what we can do here. A point of guts for chronic toast. Sounds good. And then a point of tactics for coma. Anything else here?
Waiting for orders.
Yeah, actually, a point of guts for succubus. And then it looked like something for taboo.
Commander?
Yeah, unfortunately not Warlord yet. We could just bank up until we get Warlord, and honestly, I think that's going to be the best bet. Let's just go ahead and do that. So at this point, we want to continue our Flashpoint. This is going to be a destroy base in the Badlands. Shouldn't be too bad. A free priority salvage. I like it. And we'll just deploy this as is. We can't deploy anything other than this lance, so let's do this. We shouldn't have any particular difficulty with this. This is only 2 skull difficulty, after all. But it is in the Badlands, so we will be running a little hotter than usual. That's mostly going to affect the salamander, unfortunately. That thing can run pretty hot when it fires all those MRMs at once, which is always hilarious, but definitely not going to be able to fire the medium lasers along with them, I think. We'll see how that ends up looking, but for now, that is my current assessment. The real question is, what are we going to be up against? We know that there's probably going to be turrets, there's going to be a defending garrison. We need to destroy the Bauman Group Armory and all defending units. I'm dropping you at the Bauman Group's Armory, Commander. Hit it hard enough and the prison's garrison should come running, clearing the way for the Motor Bjorn to rescue Captain Megorian with his drones. Get ready, our mechs are about to soak up a lot of incoming fire, and that's what I like to see. Let's do this. That's not exactly what I like to see, but in reality, we shouldn't have that big of problems with this. I don't think that we're going to have any allies. Our distraction is already working, Commander. I'm picking up a lance of heavy mechs between us and the armory, and they don't look friendly. Already, huh? Those hired guns must be starving for action. You with us, MB? Oh, I skipped right through that. Motor Bjorn said something about being ready. You can probably frame by frame it if you want to read it. I apologize. We'll take your word for it. Commander, get on that armory and take out any hostiles that get in your way. Indeed, we will. That doesn't look very heavy. We see a dragon and this guy looking suspiciously like a locust. And that's some interesting camera work. Okay. We're going to move up with the Battle Master here, I think. Although maybe we should reserve until after the dragon moves. I think that that's actually a good idea.
Holding for tactical advantage.
Okay. The dragon moves up, does not fire. We don't see anyone else. So I'm going to move up with our salamander here. I'm just checking hit odds at this point. 25 and 28% compared to 22, but on that locust, we can probably guarantee the kill on the locust if we simply warlord and fire improved MRMs, even with only 25% of them hitting. This is probably going to kill that locust. Or at least do a good amount of damage to it. Structure exposure. We didn't get in there, unfortunately, and do too much damage. It spread out like that. Yeah, that's unfortunate. That spread out over basically the whole mech. That's, I guess, okay. The Battle Master can move on in over here, and we will also Warlord and fire on the Locust. I do think we fire the UAC-20 as well. There's only a 16% chance, but let's see if we hit anything. No, we don't. Okay, that's fine. Okay, so they have a Phase 14 mover. A rifleman. Running, looks like AC-5s and large lasers. Okay. That's not particularly frightening. Now, we could position here with the Madcat Mark II, or we could position here, and I'm actually going to go here. Next round, we'll figure out what we want to do exactly, but we will Warlord here, 26.4 and 29.2. So we'll fire on the Dragon.
Engaging.
Solid hits there. Excellent. And now the Mauler is going to step forward. I don't think we're going to round one fire, especially since this is taboo. I don't think we're going to round one fire the LBXs here. We'll just pot shot everything else over at either the Dragon. It'll be the Dragon. Okay. This is the only one we can reasonably hit. Yeah, only 7 damage. That's fine. It's round 1. What are you going to do? So they only have the 3 mechs, huh?
What? No.
Interesting. The Battlemaster is going to step forward up here. 16%. I want to keep shooting at this guy. I'm going to not fire, I think, the medium laser.
I'll try.
I was hoping that one of those UAC-20s would go in. The odds were low, though, so I'm not shocked. Base 21 is going to be the Dragon. Backs off into the trees. Fires on the Battlemaster. Doesn't do too much. This is fine. Sounds good. Base 20 is, of course, going to be the Locust. We'll see what it decides to do. It's in some dire straits here. Okay. That's very irrelevant. Like, incredibly irrelevant.
Good to go.
The Salamander is going to step up, and this should be the kill on the Locust, for sure. Absolutely guaranteed. Yeah, it was not going to handle that.
Hope we can salvage that.
I don't. It's a Locust. We should not salvage that. We're going to move up with the Madcat Mark II and see what we've got here for hit odds. 57 versus 51. So the Dragon is the target here. That does surprise me a little bit, but we'll just go ahead and not fire this ER medium, and let's see what we get. Both gals hit. I like it. So that Dragon is not going to last too much longer. At this point, our Mauler is going to step forward to here. Are the LBX going to be worthwhile firing here? Actually, yeah, 52.7%. I like it. This is solid. Let's do it. Ooh, ammo explosion. That was not through armor. We did penetrate the armor there. But, oh, that was spicy. Okay, the Rifleman's going to move. It's got those 2 UAC, or rather not UACs, just the autocannon 5s. And it's got the medium lasers and large lasers. It didn't fire the large there. Now, they have a phase 2 mover, which, of course, is going to be these turrets over here.
How's it going?
But yeah, the Salamander can just step forward. We're going to look to sink heat this round. So we're going to step forward slightly, pot shot the mediums, and sink heat. 18 damage into the Rifleman. Sounds good to me. The Rifleman moves again. Fires the large lasers this time, but not the autocannons. Fair enough, cycling those is probably a pretty decent idea. It did overheat a little bit, but we're going to close in with our Battlemaster, which is also slightly overheated here. And I'm going to not fire the UAC-20 this time because of our refire penalties. I do think we'll fire the rest of this, though. Sadly, we missed almost all of it, and we didn't sink that much heat because of the laser fires there. The Madcat Mark II can position here, and this does give us an LOS out at this building, but obviously we're going to shoot at the Rifleman. Like, there was never any doubt about this. I'm going to fire just these 2 ER mediums. Actually, only the 1. Yeah. So we had destroyed a medium laser on that Rifleman. That was through armor.
Reporting critical hit.
Okay. And at this point, the Mauler is going to close in, and let's see if we get more through armor. That would be hilarious if we did. We're going to not fire, I think, these 2 pulse lasers due to heat. Okay, just some armor strip there and a structure exposure. Sounds good. So this guy's going to move in phase 14. That's really late, actually. We're going to move up with our Madcat Mark II, and this could easily be the end of this Rifleman. Because he's going to get unsteady here for sure. And he doesn't move until phase 14 now.
Critical hit, Commander.
That's a destruction of the AC-5.
Standing by.
The Salamander is now going to step in, and this is going to be a kill. This rifleman is just dead. There we go. That's another bunch of Bauman Group hired guns blown to scrap. Good job, Commander. Indeed. So at this point, we're going to move up with our Battlemaster, sink a little heat. We don't have LOS on those turrets, but the turrets are obviously our goal now to eliminate. The Mauler is going to step up, sink its heat. Turrets are going to do nothing, as expected. And the Battlemaster is going to sprint up. We're not going to be out of combat, but we're going to head on up, and we're now in LOS of the turrets. They may start shooting at us. The Salamander will sink its heat, as will the Mad Cat. It'll just sprint in over here and sink its heat. Perfect, and our heat is now gone. Actually, we may not be in turret LOS here. Yeah, we're not. Okay, sounds good to me. The Salamander is going to move up to here.
Let's move.
The Battlemaster, I think, is going to stay where it's at and let the Mad Cat Mark II catch up a little bit.
Maximum speed.
Yeah, this is fine.
Waiting for orders.
The Mauler will position right here,
I am the wind.
and next round is a round where we will actually start attacking them.
Waiting
So
for
the
orders.
Salamander is going to head up to here,
On the move.
and from here we can see 3 of the 4 turrets. Light laser, light laser, light laser. All of those are pretty irrelevant. We're going to go ahead and... Overheat alert. We're going to go ahead and fire on this. I don't think we're actually going to overheat. Okay. Turret destroyed. Fantastic.
One less turret.
And yeah, we didn't actually overheat. So the Battlemaster is going to sprint forward as much as it can to here.
Going as fast as I can.
And we're going to fire on this with the UAC-20. This seems fine.
Okay.
Sadly, we did miss with the UAC-20, but that's okay.
Ready for
The
orders.
Mad Cat Mark II is going to sprint forward. Now, I don't think that it can get into position to fire on the turrets, but we can fire on the large military building. And so we shall. 150 damage dealt to that. And the Mauler will sprint on in. It doesn't sprint very far. There's this medium military building here, but I'm just not going to fire with it. The turrets didn't fire again. So the Salamander is just going to move over to here. And we're going to go for this light laser turret. Finish it. And that'll be a kill.
That turret is gone.
Fantastic.
Pretty damn.
The Battlemaster is going to, at this point, sprint on forward. This just squeaks in LOS on that light laser turret, and we'll go ahead and potshot that. Yeah, both of those hit. Fantastic.
Got something you want?
The Mad Cat Mark II moves up, and it can now fire on that light laser turret. 75% hit odds is, I think, acceptable. Excellent. Structure exposure. And the Mauler is now going to step in over this way, but we're going to sprint it, and that doesn't really help, does it?
On my way. Double time.
The Mauler's moving pretty slow right now.
Commander.
The Salamander is going to step forward, and I would love to fire on this guy, but I think we're going to take a turn to sink heat on the Salamander.
I'm
The
here.
Battlemaster is going to sprint on forward.
Warning. Enemy reinforcements detected.
Yeah, I'm not surprised by that. We're getting a tight beam communication from a nearby jump ship commander. I'm putting it through. Commander of Atreides Co. That's good. Now I have a face to associate with the name, and your name has become quite familiar to me of late. Calling to parley, Bauman. If you want to finish this without further bloodshed, we'd be willing to negotiate. I'm no great lover of bloodshed, Mr. Oliveira, but neither am I squeamish about its necessity. Truth be told, this call was for my own benefit. I hate ordering the deaths of people I haven't looked in the eye. It feels so... impersonal. I'm picking up new hostile contacts, Commander. It isn't the garrison. Looks like a hunter-killer lance, and it's moving in fast. There. A proper, respectful killing. Your company deserves no less. Okay. I'm sure it'll be fine. We're not going to fire the UAC-20 here. Let's eliminate this laser turret. Perfect. So where are those reinforcements at? We don't actually have them on sensors yet, do we? Ah, over here. An Arctic Fox, a Bulldog, that's not very scary. The Magcat Mark II is going to position here where we do have LOS on some of these guys. Ah, we see a Warrior and a second Warrior. Okay. Let's go ahead and Warlord this, and they do not have 6 evasive pips. Fascinating. Well, there's one down.
Vehicle down.
Excellent.
I'm your spin.
Next up, the Mauler is going to step in over here.
No shooting.
I'm not going to shoot with it. Okay. So, at this point, the Arctic Fox is going to move, I think. Yup. Cool.
What
So the
now?
Battle Master's mission is the same as it's always been. Get in here,
You say so.
finish off this light laser turret. Use the UAC-20. This should be a free kill. We missed one of those UAC-20 shots. That's unfortunate, but we can finish this laser turret off next round. The Warrior backs off a bit, fires on the Battle Master. I don't think it hit.
Okay, you can cut it out now.
Standing by.
Apparently it did. But the Salamander is going to move up over here.
Consider me there.
And this is actually a decent shot on the Arctic Fox. Considering the Warlord? Do it. This is a lot of rolls into that Arctic Fox. Structure exposure, and most importantly,
Critical hit.
it's unsteady.
What's up,
Okay,
boss?
the Magcat Mark II is going to move up over here. Its mission is to continue firing on the warriors, the singular warrior at this point. And in theory, if we hit this anywhere pretty much with a Gauss rifle, it goes down. Just like that.
Enemy vehicle destroyed.
Beautiful.
I'm here.
Next up, the Mauler is going to position up here. It's going to fire the LBX at this very, very exposed Arctic Fox. And that's a dead Arctic Fox. All they have left is a Bulldog.
Got eliminated.
And all that's got is probably a large laser. Oh no! Yeah, that's not very terrifying. It's got 2 large lasers and some SRMs, but I don't care. And yeah, they're going to shoot at the Battle Master. That's acceptable. They also missed, shockingly. Okay,
Hey,
so the Battle Master is just going to step in over here. We're going to finish off the light laser turret. We're not going to fire the OAC-20 even if it wasn't jammed, but it is jammed. There we go. 1 turret down.
target pacified.
And we're going to move in over here a bit with our Salamander. Actually, this is not great positioning. I'm going to reserve the Salamander, I think. The Magcat Mark II, can it get up onto this ridge? It can. So we're going to position the Magcat Mark II up here. I would love to Warlord, but we don't have the opportunity to do that right now.
Knowledge.
That was solid damage to that Bulldog, though. I am happy about that.
Yes, Commander.
The Salamander, I'm going to reserve, as I said. We'll let the Bulldog move now. And what's it going to do here? Okay, it goes for the Salamander, and let's see how it ace pilots
Showing
here.
minor damage.
Systems holding.
This is exactly what I wanted it to do. Coming closer.
Good to go.
Perfect. So the Salamander is going to move into here now, and this should be a dead Bulldog. Unfortunately, we do have some heat issues here. So we're going to have to only fire 70 MRMs, and this is strong side, so he may survive this.
Got it.
We did make it through the armor and got a triple tracked propulsion crit there.
I'm
Okay,
retrieving you.
that means that the Mauler finishes the job. Easy peasy.
Taking the shot.
There we go.
This is what happens.
So much for that
when you hang out
Hunter-Killer
with
Lance.
Orders.
And now the Mad Cat is just going to turn and finish off this large military building.
Fire.
Excellent. And we only have one more building to take down.
I could do this all day.
So this was, you know, not very difficult. And this was the harder option. Okay. We missed both of those UAC shots. That's insane. But it's fine. We still had enough damage.
Mission successful.
Commander, the area has been cleared. Yep. The motor Bjorn has hopefully done its job. Captain Megorian has safely been recovered, Commander. It is in my nature to fulfill my promises. Sure. What about Bauman? Is his jump ship still up there? Negative, Exo. He's long gone. That's quite a jump ship recharge cycle that he's got. Okay. Then our job here is done. Dr. Murad, get the motor Bjorn its computer access. Codes, files, whatever it needs. Everyone else, let's move Captain Megorian onto the Leopard. We're getting the hell out of here. Indeed we are. Okay, so as far as salvage goes, I'm not sure that we're actually that interested in any of that stuff. I mean, those warrior parts are probably not going to be the best salvage, but they might be okay. We'll see how that goes. But hey, we made profit. That's something. Always a good thing. So, I mean, there's Bulldog parts. That's like 57,000-ish. Warrior is actually worse than that, substantially so. We could go for the Rifleman. We could go for selling, like, the chem lasers, but that's, I think, objectively awful. I mean, there is that double MRM ammo. But do we really need more MRM ammo? I feel like we don't. I think we take the Bulldogs for salvage. And then we take, like, Rifleman parts to further salvage, but those are only worth, like, well, they're worth 700k. It's not great, but we knew it wouldn't be. That's a lot of Rifleman parts that we ended up getting, though. We'll get rid of this machine gun, the MRM-10, engine core 70 we do have, fuel cell engines pass, hard pass, internal combustion, standard FCS, omnipod parts, we can get rid of those, standard fusion engine, AC-2 ammo, and chemical laser ammo, we don't need it, a half ton of machine gun ammo, and SRM ammo, we can get rid of all of that. So that means that our salvage ended up being reasonable. We're going to be quite profitable on this mission. We didn't take all that much damage. There was a little bit here and there. It'll be probably somewhere around 80,000 C-bills is my guess to repair that one. Hopefully, anyway. Well, it might be less than that, now that I think about it. We really didn't take that much damage. We kind of brushed any resistance aside very easily there. Bauman was pretty outgunned. That's very sad for him, I'm sure. But we don't mind. That means free cash for us. And that is a very good thing indeed. 60k. Go ahead and do that, Yang. Fantastic. So we are going to just do this. It's not like it matters, but there we go. That will be fine. And with that, it's a little bit early to put a cut in here, but I guess we'll go ahead and do that. And next episode, we'll see what's going on in this Flashpoint. You can leave your offerings to the engagement gods in the form of likes, comments, subscribes, and bell ringings, and I will see you all next time.